This is the ON Cloudflyer 5. It's On Cloud's maximal stability shoe, and today I'm going to break down the specifications of the shoe that influences how your foot moves, and as a foot and ankle specialist I'll talk about different foot and ankle conditions that this may be helpful for. So the first thing we'll talk about is the stack height. So you've got 31mm of cushion in the rear foot, 21mm of cushion in the forefoot, giving you a 10mm difference from the back to the front of the shoe. It's quite a heavy shoe, coming in at about 320 grams, so considerably heavier than the other stability shoe in the On Cloud range, the Cloudrunner 2. It provides stability in multiple ways. So as you can see, there's two different color foams on the midsole. So you've got a much firmer sole underneath the heel and in the midfoot, and then as you progress through into the forefoot, this foam becomes a little bit softer underfoot. By having a wide base of support and some sole flare underneath the shoe, it comes out wider than where your foot sits in the shoe, adding extra elements of stability. As you can see, the denser foam runs in like a J shape, so on the outside of the shoe you've got 2 pods and then 3 pods towards the inside. So as your foot moves inward, these denser, firmer pods reduce the amount of pronation forces or provide resistance to it, helping to push your foot back outward again, and then the lateral sole flare helps to keep your foot centered as it enters the forefoot. What I would say about this is it's super firm, super rigid when you make contact with the ground. If that's something that you like, then you'll really enjoy it. If you prefer a bit more of a softer feel and you like the On Cloud, again the Cloudrunner 2 or the Cloudmonster 2 might be a better option for you. Then as we transition through to the forefoot, you've got a moderate forefoot rocker, so that helps with the propulsion phase of the gait. It doesn't have too much toe spring, so maybe 0 to 2 to 3 degrees, and toe spring is where your toes are extended a little bit. It can be really helpful in the propulsion phase of the gait because it helps to rock you forward. However, it can be a bit uncomfortable if you've got issues around metatarsal joint pain, metatarsalgia or Morton's neuroma, as it just holds them toes in a little bit of an extended position. Then as we move up the shoe, you've got an engineered mesh on top and a tongue that's gusseted, that's quite padded as well. So the gusseted means that it's stitched into the shoe so it doesn't slip side to side. It's got plenty of padding around the heel cup, and it's got a heel clip to try and add some extra elements of stability while being quite soft on the upper aspect of the shoe. So where would we place this shoe? I think this shoe is more like an orthopedic shoe. It's really wide in the forefoot. It comes in an extra wide version as well, super firm underfoot, so it's going to be useful for issues like peroneal tendonitis or posterior tibial tendonitis. The 10mm heel drop is useful for things like Achilles tendonitis. You may not enjoy it as much if you got issues around Morton's neuroma. However, if you got a bunion or hallux valgus, the extra space in the toe box can be really beneficial. So overall, it's quite a clunky shoe, struggles with the heel to toe transition. I think it's more of a walking shoe. I think a lot of the On Cloud shoes are really made for walking, apart from some of their upper end or upper tier shoes. This, the Cloudrunner, the Cloudmonster, is also an excellent walking shoe, although it is quite good for cruisy runs as well. So if you've got any questions on it, please leave them in the comment section below. I've got a link in the description for the shoes. If you buy through the shoes, it's really helpful for the channel, but if you choose not to, just liking, sharing and subscribing is also really helpful too.